All right. Very disappointing performance tonight. Unacceptable. Apologize to the crowd that showed up and the community that's been supporting us, because that's not what you've come to expect from Idaho men's basketball. I feel like we're building a program based on culture and toughness and competitiveness, and that's not what showed tonight. So, it starts with me. I need to figure out what's going to drive these guys and get that competitive spirit to start games. And we're going to figure it out. We've got a great group of men in the locker room, high character young men that are going to be able to face this adversity and find some solutions. But this is unacceptable, and we got to solve it. So I think there were some good moments in the second half. I thought Trey Blassingame and Miles Clapper brought some good energy and competitiveness for us. They played with the competitive spirit that you need in order to be successful. Credit Weber State. I thought they made us pay for every mistake we made, and there was plenty of them, especially early in the game. So we're going to have to get back to the drawing board and figure out how to start these games a little better. Unfortunately, it's become a bit of a theme for us, starting these games slowly and trying to fight back from behind, and it's a big issue that we're going to have to solve. So still have a ton of love and belief in our team, and hopefully we can find a way to get this going in the right direction here in the next couple weeks.
We'll open the floor for questions.
The first half, it didn't look so much like some of those earlier games where you were slow getting started. It looks like your guys are just exhausted.
Yeah, they looked very flat tonight. We have a preparation, we have a process that we really believe in, and I think our guys do a really good job with that. The film work, the scout work, the practices leading up to the game. But for some reason, when that ball gets tipped right now, the competitive spirit, the competitive fire is not showing itself. So we need to find a group of guys out there on the court that are going to compete at a high level, because they know what they're supposed to do, and there's just not, the execution hasn't been there. I think there's a big difference between performance execution, right, and competitiveness. And there's a couple guys on our team that just aren't playing their best right now, missing open shots, missing front ends of 1-on-1s, not performing well, and that we can take. We'll get back to the court, just get better and trust our work. But the lack of competitiveness, missing box outs, allowing their shooters to get open looks, those are the things that we need to address, and we need to find a solution for.
As you were mentioning, it did look like you found a combination to kind of unlock the offense in the second half, but then we were adjusting.
Yeah, really, it was more about unlocking the competitiveness. And I don't mean to keep it vague, but that's really what it was. The offensive success came from an aggressiveness, right, that we had on both sides. And guys like Trey Blassingame. Trey Blassingame, for as poor as we played tonight, he was +10 in his minutes, right, +10 in his 26 minutes, right. So it means those other 14 minutes were pretty poor. I thought Trey gave us great minutes. I thought, Miles Clapper gave us some really good minutes from an energy standpoint. And we just need to find a combination of guys that are going to compete, So that's our job as coaches, is to put a group out there that's going to compete at a high level. This is a step backwards for us.
How large of a step back is it? Because this is, 3 in a row now? Is that how concerning is this getting to be?
Yeah, our job is just to focus on the next most important thing, which is practice tomorrow, preparation for Idaho State. Every season has its ups and downs, and we have a lot of character in our locker room, so I trust that our guys are going to stay the course, and I think we have a lot of belief in our locker room too, and what this team is capable of. But obviously this is the home stretch here, and so we need to find a way to start getting it click. I don't feel like it's clicking right now for us on either end, and we need to find a way to take some steps in the right direction.
Any more questions? Okay.
All right, thank you. Go Handles.